Hello, everyone. Welcome to another weekly pre-pro live stream. My name is Parker. I am one of the co-creators of pre-pro, and I am so excited that you joined us this week. This week, we're going to do something a little like last week. We're going to kind of pick off what we learned last week and add a little more detailed intricacies to it. So we're going to do rapid concept development. You really just have a few ideas we're going to throw out there, but we're going to be a little more specific than last week. We're going to utilize the number line. We're going to utilize specific path nodes and path visuals so we can maths. We're going to follow people. It's going to be a little more specific versus just let me see what this looks like, throw it out there to show you just how quickly you can throw things out there, throw ideas out there, but still apply some level of detail to it. So let's get started, shall we? Go ahead and go over to your iPad and tap on Pre-Pro and let's do this. This is, of course, the pre, if not, both live streams and tutorials to help you get started with the Pre-Pro menu. You'll see the Universal Library here, a few of our recent projects, and the project library. And then we're going to go ahead and right here, that's the button we're looking for. Tap on New Project. Name this something. Let's name it, I don't know, detailed test. That sounds good. Done. And create performance. Right now, we're just going to utilize the blank stage. So go ahead and tap on the blank stage or click it, use your pencil, whatever device you are using, and whatever stylus you are using, whether the natural one, whether this one right here, or the mouse. Hit select, and let's name this test 1. All right, this is our blank preset. This is a top-down view. Any performance that you enter within a project and you open up, it will look like this. You're saying, oh, it doesn't look like that much. Well, let's get started and see what we can turn it into, shall we? Down here, you will notice the number line. Let's use that a lot of time when people they say, oh, I don't know the scale of a set. I don't really know that information or how to do that. It's okay. The only thing that you should be kind of required to know number out. Um, uh, front of the stage or even at the that is and here is the number line down at the bottom. So what you're going to do is move the mouse over to the stage icon here on the left, which is your venue tools. You will see that you can toggle it on and off, just like that. You can change the number of it depending on what color your floor is. Usually, white is preferred. You can see it better on dark surfaces. That's why we left it there. However, if you're wanting to move it, let's say, onto the stage, like we're going to, maybe black is a better choice. So let's make it black. Now, when you hit adjust number line, you will see that it lights up teal, just like that. Then you can drag using whatever you want, finger, stylus, or mouse. Go ahead and press and hold, click and hold, drag it up to wherever you want it. And all you have to do is click outside. Now it's right there placed wherever you want it. You can move it around. Whenever you move it around, that does become 0. So as you see throughout this demonstration, we start to place people around. That is based on the 0 number line that you put there. You don't need to mess with it a lot. We put it hidden away so you won't accidentally move it around, click it, drag it. We want to get it out of the way and you can focus on your work once you get it placed. So right now, we want it right there, dead center. We go back over to the number line tools. You can adjust the opacity. If you want it out of the way, just barely seen, let's go ahead and make this 50% opacity, and we zoom in, you will see now it is a little transparent. Let's go ahead and bring it down. Let's type in 25. There it is. Just like that. Make it 100. And we have it at 100. Now let's zoom out. So what I mentioned earlier, you only need to know the value of your number line. The number line here in Pre-Pro is spaced accurately for a 2 feet measurement like it is in usual productions. So it goes out in even numbers on both sides from 0. 0 out left, 0 out right, every 2 feet, 2 numbers. You have no idea what the scale is. You don't have a set design. You have no idea. You're just wanting to get this down as soon as possible and get some ideas because you just found out that you have a new gig and you're wanting to get it going. Ask the number line. Excuse me. Is there a number line at the front of the stage? Or is there a dimension? Yes. It goes to 30. Oh, 30, that's a lot. That's 60 feet. Okay, well, it's 30. Great. So all you have to do is enter the number, type in 30, and there it is. Just like that. Pre-Pro lines up the number line for you. You don't have to do any math. You don't have to do anything. So now that you know the number line goes out to 30, it's 60 feet wide. Now we have a little bit of a scaled dimension we can work within now using this demonstration. Again, go here. I can make it white. You won't really see it, so we don't want that. Right there. That's exactly what we want. We talked about the 3D button last week a little bit. Go ahead and tap on 3D so you can see the blank stage. Here at Pre-Pro, we love a 2/3 workflow. So you drag the little slider button here. You don't need to do it on the dots. They're just there to help you. You can do it on the line itself, but the dots are a little easier to grab visually. All right, so we have it lined up. It is blank. There is nothing on it. So let's create something. We talked a little bit about the ProCube. If you're not familiar what ProCube is, go over to your Assets Library button right here on the Pre-Pro palette in between Performers and Media. In the Asset Library under the Presets, you will see ProCube. That is what we want. We are going to create a fake little venue, a quick downstage, center stage, upstage venue. What does that mean? Flat is what that means. So I know I'm going to need at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a backdrop. So 7 cubes. Let's bring them out really quick. I'm going to fly through this, and then you're going to see every time just how quickly I can set up this venue. All you have to do is press and hold for a little bit and then drag it out into your play space. How I like to set up my custom venues, if you don't have one that you can import within Pre-Pro from someone else or from an external platform like Vectorworks, Google SketchUp, any 3D modeling system where you can export to an FBX or an OBJ file to import within Pre-Pro, that will work. But if you don't have that, what I like to do is drag the Pro Cubes out where I know they're going to be. Stage right, stage left, downstage, center stage, upstage, and then on the backdrop. I start with one cube first. So you see 3D mode up top gives us a nice visual as to what we're about to build. When you double tap or double click on the Pro Cube, you will see all of these tools. This one on the top left, you can adjust the height of it. This one on the top right, you can adjust the width and the depth of it. Going up and down for the width, left and right for the width, up and down for the depth. This is the Z-axis button, but don't worry about that one for now. And we're going to do this as quickly as possible, so let me go ahead and get this going. Click on the Cube Properties button, and I can type it in. So let me go ahead and do, I don't know, let's do 30 feet tall. Let's do what do we want? Double, 15 wide, and we only need it 2 deep. I'm going to leave it gray, though. I'm just going to leave it gray. I'm not going to do anything to it. So there you go. It's pretty tall, pretty tall. I don't know if we need it that tall, so let's go ahead and make it 20, shall we? Great. 20, 15, 2. Those are my dimensions. So now I'm going to go through every ProCube, and I'm going to go 20, 15, 2. Great. And the same thing here. Double tap, ProCube properties, 20. Great. 15, 2. Well, the back one, let's not worry about the back one yet. Go here, 20, 15, not 215. Great, that's it. And you can make them thinner, you know, a lot of flats are 1 foot, not even. Don't make them too thin though, because otherwise it'll be difficult to maneuver. Even though it is to scale, and we know some of your flats may be very, very thin, not even a foot deep, just make them a foot deep. It's a little easier to manipulate within pre-pro. So you can start to see in the 3D mode, within maybe a minute, 2 minutes at that, I have a little theater, kind of fascinating. I'm going to do this back one. I'm going to make it really wide, though. I'm going to make this, what's too wide? Let's do 50. Height, what were the other ones? 20, and 2 is fine. There it is. Now, I have the number line. I can kind of scale these out a little bit. Let's make it go out to 24. I think that's good. And then each one can be 2 feet. A difference. And actually, let's do this one 16. So it'll be 16, 20, 24. And that is a magic number. 20, looks about right. And 16. So it may not be perfect, but using the number line, you can see that it actually lines up pretty well. Now we have this big space back here, and we have a lot of entrances. It's good. However, these entrances, they're a little big. So let's bring them forward. Excuse me, upstage, not forward. Here we are. And that looks like it should work. Great. So now we have a little stage. That's fun. That's what you can do with pre-pro. If you want to know more about, ProCube within pre-pro, you can go check out other videos and tutorials or live streams where we go in depth in regards to ProCube. How to customize it, how to add textures, images, change the color, custom sides even. We go through all that in the other videos. Go ahead and check it out. It's really cool stuff. But this, we're just going to use gray. We're not going to do anything too crazy. Now, I'm envisioning some sort of platform in the back, maybe with a piano on it. So what am I going to do? I need a platform? Exactly. ProCube. You knew it. Click on the Asset button, get your ProCube, drag it out where you want that platform. That's where I want it. Now let's adjust this size. Maybe it's a, how high is it? Maybe a 3 foot tall platform. Oh, 4 foot. Let's make it 4 foot. We want it to be a width of, or like a 10 by 10. Let's see what a 10 by 10 looks like. Great. And let's make this one black, actually. Ooh, a little darker. Not quite black. A little gray. And there it is. There is the platform. It's not really what I want, so let's go ahead and drag it out a little wider, although the height is pretty good. I think that will look fine. Now I'm going to place my piano on it. Let's go into the asset library again, scroll down, and there it is, the lovely piano. We drag it out. When you place it on top of anything, that's where the asset or performer will drop into. If I boot over here on the floor, if I drop it, it will drop onto this floor. Since this ProCube is 4 feet in the air, when I drop it on top of it, you will see in 3D mode, 3, 2, 1, it drops it on top of that. ProCube We're going to rotate it around, double tap. We're going to adjust it a little bit. We're going to make it a little bit bigger. Great, and we're going to raise it up, and using all these, oop, I accidentally recorded. Hey, did you check that out? I recorded a little bit of a z-axis raise. I didn't mean to do that. So how do I do that? And undo it, I tap that piano. It jumps to the position at the timeline for me. I double click on this little path node down there that it made, and I just delete. That's exactly what it is. If you need it to go back to that position, you just hit the undo button and it goes back. So again, a little note there, when you're doing z-axis recording or rotational recording or any kind of recording, just go ahead and move it immediately. Don't press and hold and try and get that little detailed specific. You will initiate recording mode. So to learn from the mistake I did, what I'm going to do to raise it up a few feet isn't press and hold and try and move it up. I'm just going to move it. I'm just going to instantly do that. There it went. I'm moving it around. It's not recording if you look at the P in the top left there. It is just me moving it around. I think that's about right, is 4.2 feet. So it's a little higher than that 4 feet, but I like it. I think I'm going to use that. Outside of my talking and demonstrating it to you, you can see that here I have created a tiny, tiny venue. Very basic, doesn't need to be a lot right now, based on what I've been communicated. I've been told there's a platform, maybe I know the dimensions of that platform. You can just make that ProCube those dimensions. You know there's a piano, there's 3 entrances, and it only goes out to 30 on the number line. That's all you need, and it's pretty accurate spacing. When you utilize tools like this within Pre-Pro, it really changes the game when you get into this space. You start seeing things from different angles. Does it work? You see formations before you even get into this space. You can do as many formations as you want and knock them out before you get into this space and go, no, I know which one I like. You don't have to spend time with everyone in the room trying to figure something out. You get it the night before, maybe a little cocktail in hand. You have your pet, your partner on the couch. They're watching you create. Maybe they're giving you ideas. And it's unbelievable. Then you go into the space the next day. You showed up. You're more prepared than you have ever been. Everyone is clear in their communication. People aren't confused as to what's going on. It is really, really helpful. So now, let's start adding performers and do some animation, shall we? Some recording. You will see the mouse go away some in this recording. I'm going to use the pencil some as well as my finger. So if my little mouse tracker goes away, I'm using the finger. Let's create performers, since that is why we are here. Go to the performer library. It is here on the palette between the script and the asset button. There you go. Tap on that. Now you have a plus button. You don't need to know anything about performers. You don't need to know their name. You don't need to know their height. You don't need to know anything about them. You just need bodies, people. We made it so easy for you. Tap on that plus button, and there are 10 people right there I just created. All you have to do is press and hold like you did an asset, drag them out into the space, and drop them. Just like that, they are there, waiting for your command. Tell them where to go and when to go by. And I missed one. Number 10. Right. So a little flying V. Let's zoom in and try and get detailed. I'm going to turn the 3D mode off. It's not really that important right now. I'm more worried about the numbers and the spacing. When I get it down in 2D mode and it looks pretty good, wait till it looks like in 3D mode. It's pretty cool. Tap on the 3D button and get rid of the 3D view. We don't need it. Now, when you zoom in, get rid of that Pre-Pro palette. Also, tap on the P on the Pre-Pro palette. Get rid of it. We want nothing to be in the way of you and your work. There's a lot going on here. We know that, especially involved with these productions. A lot can get confusing. Get rid of the clutter. Focus on what's important. That's what Pre-Pro is about. You will see on the shoulders of these performers that they have numbers that is representative of the number line in which they are on. So you will see this is center. This one's on 1, this performer here, but I want them to be right behind them. So I tap on them, they light up and highlight, and all I do is I drag. See, I'm moving them around. When I move them from number to number, you will see it changes. 1, 2, 3. So I place it on 0, and I know that they are center. That also happens when you record and you do playback mode. You will see the numbers changing as everything plays back. So you can pause it at any second, look at where they're at, notate it, press play, and move on. Very, very helpful. All right, we have these two at 3. That looks pretty good. Let's make these actually 8. Yeah, 8 is going to be where they live, I think. And 5 should be good. I think 5 is pretty decent. Yeah. So let's make sure this one's on 5. Now, where does this one go? 12? I think so. 0, 3, 8, 13, maybe. Whew, unlucky number. But let's try it. Now, you can see here, I'm going to multi-select. These people in this row are a little upstage. I want to bring them downstage. Again, not a big deal, but I just am trying to be specific right now. Go ahead and tap on all 3. All 3 of them select. Doesn't matter which one you use after this. Just go ahead and drag on any one, and you can maneuver all of them. I'm going to place them a little further down stage. Now that spacing looks pretty good. It looks like a solid V. In case you're like, I wonder what that looks like in 3D, let's hit the palette, bring it down, double tap on the 3D button, brings up full screen 3D mode. Double tap, and here you go. Your full screen 3D view of your formation in the venue you just created, all within Pre-Pro using ProCube. Your best friend. Now let's add some animation. I want them to get to these positions. This is where things get a little malleable within Pre-Pro. You can do it and work however you want. Right now, I'm going to work from, I know where I want them to go, but I don't have a starting position yet. There are 2 ways we can do this that I know of. You can clear everybody out and then do one person at center and start to build from there. What I like to do is I like to leave people in the formation I found them, at least that I placed them in. Then take one person and record their path. I know now it looks accurate within everyone. Good. Then I'll rewind, take this person off stage, and then start to perfect path record, which is at real time with everyone that I've recorded, and then move into position. Then it starts to fill in the blanks. It's very cool. We're going to do that now, and you'll see what I mean. Let's go back into 2D mode, although I want a little bit of 3D. So let's go ahead and adjust my workflow here. A little 3D and a little 2D. We're not going to really edit any performers right now. If you want some performer customization, you can check out other videos that we have. But I'm not going to go into that too much. Again, this is all about rapid, quick development. So I'm just throwing performers out there, placing them, recording them, and seeing what that looks like with no clue as to who they are or how tall they are, anything like that. Great, so I'm going to start with this downstage performer in center. I'm not going to talk a lot. You're just going to kind of see what I'm doing, and I'm going to accurately start to do it as quickly as possible with real-time path recording. I'm going to open the timeline just a little bit so you have a visual of the recording process. If you want, this is the ideal workflow, but again, you can adjust it as you want. The timeline is manipulable, so if you just want to watch it, hit play. You can watch 3D mode, bring it down, 2D timeline, however you want it. We made it adjustable so that way you can be the pre-pro you need to be. Okay, I'm going to have this person enter from stage right. So what that will look like is I'm going to take this person and I'm going to bring them over there. And I might be able to do this. Yeah, let's do this. I press and hold, and when I let go, there it is. The P button lights up red. You are in recording mode. The next move you make will be recording. You'll see it also in the timeline down here on the selected performer. You will see it start to animate the node. Here we go. I'm going to move them center. Great. A little upstage. So now what does that look like? Let's rewind. You can go ahead and tap back here if you want. Let's play. Here they come. Fantastic. I'm going to do that with everyone else. Here we go. Rewind. Take this person. Go into 3. Using my pencil this time. And 3. Here it is. Let's do the same with this number 3. He's going to come in behind this person. Press and hold. Lift. Great. And you're like, oh no, the timing. The timing. Oh, that wasn't good. Even though it was real time and perfect path. No worries. Go ahead and go down to this path node you created. Click on it. It will show you in 2D mode what that path you just drew is. Now, on the end, you just drag and edit that path node. It is as easy as that. You can drag it from the left. You can drag it from the right. You can even drag the whole thing and just shift its timing entirely. Just like those editing systems that we all know and love. Let's continue. Now I'm going to go with this group back here. We're going to go with these, let's see. Let's go with this number. Let's go with the center person. We're going to bring him out. Press and hold. And draw. Right. Rewind it. Let's see this person, number 8. Great. Some rapid ideas we're getting out here. Press and hold, lift, and release. Don't worry about the timing again. We can adjust that. We just like to go back to the starting position and then we'll adjust the timing later. But at least we can see it starting to come together now. I'm going to move up a little bit and bring this number 5 first. Let's go from back here. Number 5. Come on down. Great. The timing was good. And that was 13. I know what's going on. So I went to 12, so it did a little zink. That's okay, though. As we jump back, you will see everyone I've already recorded starts to go away. It kind of makes it easier to keep an eye on, you know, who I need to do still. If they're different colors, you can keep an eye on it pretty easily. Number 5, going to number 5. Here we go. Press and hold. And number 5. Great. A little sloppy at the end, but it's okay. I'm working at a weird angle. Press and hold. Let go. And here we are. This one's going to 13. Cool. So now I want to line it up with the original timing now that everyone's recorded the very first person I recorded, which was dead center. This person right here. I want to line it up with their timing in the timeline, so what do? Tap them. There, brings up their timeline position. Now I move my playhead to the end. That way I have a visual for every single path node where I want to line it up to. I bring my timeline all the way up into view, and now I start editing my path nodes. It's very easy. You just tap out, tap once, and drag. If you double tap, it will bring up the options like this, where you can rename your path, or you can delete it, but we don't want to do that right now. If you want also, you can line up the beginning just to, triple check things, make sure that they're all taken off on time. They look okay though. I'm not going to get too crazy about it. They're going to do their thing. Only these two, but otherwise, that's about it. Okay. Now that that's done, let's get rid of this timeline. Let's go into 3D mode. Let's see what it looks like in pure glory. What did we just do? Beautiful. I want to see it again. I want to see what's going on from 2D as well. So we're going to turn both of them on. A nice even mode. I'm going to see where we are. Great. Just like that, using real time, we started to stitch it together. Now I'm going to do another transition, this time not using real time. I'm going to change positions for everyone, but I'm going to do it in another manner. This manner has nothing to do with timing per se right now. It all has to do with, I know where I want these people to be, so I'm just going to draw their path. I'm going to worry about timing later. It won't be at the same time, so when I stop recording, it will stop recording there, and I'll just continue the next person. This is a little more rapid when you just know where they need to go. Go ahead and draw them, get them out of the way. They may be fast nodes, but then we adjust the timing afterwards, just because you know what to do and how to do it. You just don't know necessarily when to do it by. Get it out of the way and adjust the timing later. So let's try that scenario now. What I want them to do is I want them to stand in a straight line, I think. Yeah, so 20. There's 10 of them. I think 20 on each side. Let's take it out. Let's just see what this looks like. If you want a cool little tip is you can move them out, place them where you need to, and then just go back into playback mode, and they will go to where you've already recorded. They won't be in those new positions. Let's see, 22. So if someone's on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's 10 people. 8, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, that's it. Okay. So it's 18. 18 is the magic number on this one. We're going to put one person on 18, 14, 10, 6, 2, and so on. So this person on center is going to go out to 18. Let's do this how sometimes I like to do it. Real rapid. I'm going to be using my pencil, but don't worry. Everything will be okay. We're going to see them go out. I'm going to bring up the timeline. Know that when you have someone or something selected, you cannot maneuver the camera at all. In 3D, sure, go ahead. 2D, no. We didn't want that to get confusing. Everything's moving around while things are selected. You don't know where you're moving. When you're selected, the view is locked. So get your view going, however far you need to travel. Select the individual things, whether down here in the timeline or in the 2D mode, and then do your animation. Okay, we're going to take him out to 18. That was it. So let's get started. You will see that my playhead is after the path nodes. That is good. If it's too close to a path node right up there, it won't record. It'll think that it's one path node. So sometimes it may be like it's in recording mode, but it's not recording anything. Check your playhead placement. Make sure you're not already having anything recorded there where it's at, or it's really close to it. You want to make sure it is outside of that, like you see here. So that way when we zoom in, it does look like there is plenty of space. But let's go ahead and make it the 8-second mark. Make it nice and solid. Bring it down. Here we go. Number 18. You will see again, I'm going to go really, really quickly and then adjust the timing later. And you'll see how we can do it that way as opposed to utilizing real time. Real time is great when you have everything, music, performers, colors, sets, and you want to build using the same counts. It makes it easier, especially with intricate traffic. You can maneuver in and around all these recorded objects and performers, and it helps out because you can actually see the paths right in front of you. You do it over and over again, and you start to live in this environment. You become aware of everything around you. It's really fascinating when you start to record all of your paths for everything, pro cubes, assets, performers, and you become aware. You start to learn more about your production. Whether you're in it or not, you just become aware of everything because you're constantly doing it, constantly seeing it, constantly living in it. You're not waiting for things to reset, not waiting for breaks to happen. It is there waiting for you, whatever you need it for, whatever you need it for. All right, let's do this. Just like that. What? Everyone's in their position, but the timing is going to be crazy. So let's adjust this timing. Here it all is. You're like, that looks like a mess. What I'm going to do is just bring everyone over here into this territory. Actually, you know what? Let's not even do that. Let's go back. Let's figure out this timing. I hit play way too fast. Let's do 15 seconds. Yeah, there it is. Okay. That's the path I want, and that's the earliest. And you will get the hang of this. You'll be swimming through pre-pro, gliding, making so many dreams a reality because it is so easy. Now, depending on which workflow is faster for you or how you like to work better, again, sometimes even without this real-time path drawing, using the method I just used, where you quickly draw your paths and edit the timing later, you can do a hybrid. You can do maybe the first performer that you record is with real time according to the music. You nail that timing. Then everybody else you just breeze through. Well, at least that first person has the correct timing, so now you can match all of them and you have that visual. You don't have to figure it out later. So it's a bunch of different processes you can utilize, whatever floats your boat, whatever workflow you need. We try to get it incorporated in there. Now let's see what that looks like. Might be a little hectic, but let's see. It is hectic. Everyone looks to almost have not hit each other. Almost. A few people hit each other, but you can adjust that traffic. You can tell them. You can adjust it right here by editing the timing, maybe just by making someone a little slower. They'll eventually miss that person and go behind them or upstage, downstage. But right now I just want to see what that looks like going from the flying V to the line. Let's get all this out of here. I want to see 3D mode, get rid of that timeline. What is this? Hit play. They'll jump to their positions. Here they all come. That is fantastic. Let's do more. Open up 2D mode again. Now what do we want to do? Do we want to put him in a flying V again? Maybe. We put him in a circle. Maybe we put him in a circle. Yeah. Yeah, let's do a circle. I don't know how we're going to do this. We have 10. That's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah, let's try this. Don't know how it's going to turn out, but let's do this. Okay. Gonna bring this one up to center. And this outside person, does it go up or does it go this way? Yeah, let's bring this one center. 2, I think, goes up here. Great. I'm gonna bring this person. This is gonna be a rough circle, but it's okay. Okay. Same thing here. This person's gonna go up to 5. Wait, no, that person's not. So I entered recording mode you just saw on accident. I didn't mean to, or I didn't really know what I was doing. All I had to do was tap outside, and it was good to go. It cancels recording mode. Oh, well, it went to 6. Great, because I wanted to delete it anyway. More like a egg with diamond, but it's okay. It'll get our point across. It's all back here. That's okay. Let's just see what timing I want for this one. So it's this performer on that path. Actually, that's great timing. That's exactly what I want. So I'm going to match all of them to that now. Which is... Oh, stretched it out. Let's bring it down. Great. And again, just roughly. Oh, we missed someone. We're just hanging out, trying creative ideas, and it is completely yours to do with as you please. Take as much time as you need, go to any camera angle, import any asset you find on the internet or that somebody sends you. Really, it is an open sandbox for any creative endeavor. And then we'll move this little guy, extend it. Great. Now that should look beautiful. Let's see what it looks like. Play. And then there they go. Ooh, okay. That's a little what I wanted. It's a little bit. Let's see that again from back here. Going into the wedge. To the line. And then into it. What's like a wave? Yeah, that's it. Okay. We're going to do one more thing here. Actually, two more things. Check this out. So what I want is a slow rotation. I want everybody to go at least 5 people, so halfway around. I know that this downstage person is going to be back on 0, but upstage, not downstage. They'll be up here, not down here, but same 0. Easy breezy. I will press and hold enter recording mode, then in a counterclockwise. Let's see, they went up this way, so if they went up that way, we should continue clockwise. It might look nice. So I'm going to go clockwise around and draw this. And place them. Right. Now when I go back, I'm going to do the same thing for the top center person. And clockwise. And that's about the timing, too. So let's just say, actually, is that the timing? I just want to hear it. 1, 2. I want to say, maybe there's the timing. Move the playhead to where I want it. And drag it. Now, why did I do that? Because there's a nice visual. If I tap this path, I have a nice visual of the route, of the path that that person has already taken, so I know what to do and to follow them. This is great for this reason specifically. We highlighted the person going up here. So we highlighted this person, performer 2, we click on their path, that's where, oh, they came from. So they're coming from downstage to up here, but that is still the path that they took. Now I'm going to work on this performer number 3. What I do is I highlight them, but I want that other person's path node. So I'll scroll and I will tap the path node that I want to follow. I'm going 5 spaces clockwise, so that means I'm going to this person up here. Position, following the same path trajectory. Now that you know what I'm going to do, I'm going to knock this out and we're going to see what this looks like. Mm-hmm. There. Rewind it back. Right. It's not recognizing. There we go. You're like, it's so confusing. No, it becomes pretty good. Alright, I want this person now. This person's path, which is performer 1. Okay. Well, that's not what I wanted. That's what I want. Well, it's on 2, but that's okay. Rewind it back. What path node do I want? There it is. Where's this person going? Let's see, I just recorded that path. So 5 is going to 8. Oh, press and hold. And we're going to 8. That was horrible. But it might work if I adjust that timing. Yep, I don't like that path. Do it again. Man, I'm bad at that. Okay, so that's what I need to look at. Here's where the path will help me. Fast forward. What's this person? Performer 7. That's what. That's that. Great. Because then we have this one right here. Which should finish us off. Okay, it's rough, but that's all we want it to be. So using those paths, they helped me out, find out what's going on. I could figure out where we're going. Again, if everyone were different colors, maybe it'd be a little easier to figure it out because they'd be individualized. But when you're just working with bodies, this is good enough. All right, let's go ahead and adjust them to be the same duration. Double tap, see? Fun. Let's check this out. Let's see what's going on. Bam. And they go. A little staggered. I want to fix that. Doesn't have to be perfect, but trying to get my best example. mama. Now let's check it out. Go into our circle. And everyone revolves. All right. I'm thinking sometime maybe a stool or something for everyone comes in. I'm not entirely sure where, but let's see what stools coming in looks like. Open 3D mode. Get rid of this and let's do some stools. Here. Stool. There's 10 stools, yeah? Now let's adjust the positioning of these stools. See what looks good. Right on the edge. So 24. 20. Sure. Let me try and match this. Yeah, good enough. Okay. So where am I at my timeline? I'm in the asset. Let's switch over to the performers. I'm at the end. Okay, I'm in a good position. Actually, what's this? Is this the line going into the circle? Yeah, I want them to come in while they're rotating, so I'll do it here. Okay, now that I know where they're at. Multi-select. Let's use this. Give me a nice 2/3. Check it out. What's going on? Okay. Multi-select. All you have to do is select every asset you want to record. When you drag one, you drag them all. They're going to be off stage here. Press and hold. And record for all of them. I'm going to wait till that bottom one gets to 20. There it is. Great. Now I'm going to back it on up to the beginning of that chair entrance. Select. 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 Bring them all off stage and press and hold. Lift and record. Great. And last thing, let's take the performers to the stools. And yeah, I think we're just going to 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we're just going to go out. Select, press, and hold. You don't even have to select if you don't want to. If you know that's the person you want, just press and hold, let go. They will light up ready to record. Gonna march them out to here by the stool. Same with this person. Press and hold. Go out to the stool. This again is not real-time path recording. This is just me recording paths, trying to be as quick as possible. But it's however you want to work. If you want to do real-time, you might find it easier. You can do the path, real-time over and over and build upon it. Or you can come here, do them individually, and then adjust the timing later, which is what I'm doing. So I come here to all the timing, and let's figure out how I want it to play. Well, first I gotta change my stools. These came a little late, or a little long. Now that should be better. Let's rewind. There we go. And they all stop. Great. Go to that point. That's where they should all line up. When I'm in my asset and I line up the playhead to where I want the performers to match the assets, I switch to performers and the playhead stays the same, so now I can line them all up. The length is something different. That is something that actually, let's do that right now. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, that's great. Just pinch to zoom on the timeline. Know that it zooms where the playhead is located, not where you are pinching and zooming. So it's all based on that playhead. Last one, adjust this guy. Should work. Okay. Now let's see what that looks like. Great. That actually looks pretty good. I want to figure out why they're not landing at the same time, though. Ah, that's why. I want them to land at the same time. Now it should work. Let's see if they ended at the same time. Yep, great. Let's see what this looks like from the beginning, shall we? Let's rewind it, take it from the top. You know what? I don't want to keep rewinding and taking it from the top again. Finding that place. So I'll go up into the pre-pro palette, hit on this little bookmark button beneath the script and above the 3D button. When you click it, bookmark library, tap that plus button. Ooh, there it is. Bookmark at the 0. That's what I want. I double tap it. I'm going to rename it. Let's say opening. Great. There it is. So now wherever I'm at in this timeline, I'll just tap my bookmark library, tap the bookmark I want, and it takes me back to the beginning. That is where I last left these people, so I'm just going to go ahead and tap them, clear the stage, and get them out of there. Of course, if I were to just hit play, they would jump to their first recorded positions at that time. See, just like that. Great. Let's see what this looks like. Get rid of everything. We just did this in about a half hour. Of course, I was talking some, but you can see the rapid concept development where we just got some shapes, utilized the paths that we had already recorded, whether in the timeline visually or tapping on them to see them in 2D mode. So that way we had a path to follow and we weren't just guessing where those people were, whether it's for specific shapes, whether it's for coming off stage in the same pattern, in the same line, but then branching off, you can at least follow each other before you start the new path. Let's check this out. Here we go. You can move around in playback mode, which is great for both film, television, and theater. You can see it from all sight lines. Very cool. I like that. And then it continues. I love it so much, I want to watch it again. Let's go. Bookmark library, opening, jump back. However, I want to show it to you with everything. 2D mode, 3D mode, timeline. It's going to look intense, but you're going to see everything within Pre-Pro working. You're going to see it all happening. Of course, not with sound or anything, but you will see the timeline and all of it working for you to gain all this insight on. Open the timeline. Let's go back to 2D and 3D mode. Let's drag this 3D mode to be about like that. Yeah, looks good. Zoom into 2D so we can get the whole layout of the stage, including the number line as to what's going on. We don't have our full timeline, that's okay. I just want to kind of jump around and look. Know that during playback, you can move every camera. You can tap on anything in the timeline and it will show you. So during playback, if I go and we're, let's say, right here in the middle of this path node, I want to know what this path node over here is. I can tap on it and it will show up randomly at the same designated position that that path node is at. So the third path node, okay, I know something big is coming up. I'm keeping an eye on it. It's going to start down here. And here it comes. I need to watch out for that person that's about to take off. That person right there. So what I'm going to do on this path node, I'm going to double tap it. I'm going to rename it. Look out for red. And check. And right there in the path node is your note annotated for you. So you have a 3D visual of spacing from any angle and viewpoint that you want. You have a 2D perspective, which shows you the coordinates. It shows you which position on the number line you are on. It shows the path itself. When you tap on that one that you have a note for, there's the path right there waiting for you. So if you're here at the beginning and you're going, hey, I'm watching this performer, I'm watching performer 7, great. Ooh, I need to look out for red. What is that? Tap on the path node. Oh, that's right, that's coming up. You can see it, you can zoom in, you can prepare for it. There it goes. It's happy. Yep, I looked out for red. I need to know that. That is the position. Let me rewind it. I need to know he's going to be to my right. Great. So in 3D mode, if I want to rotate it around, and I want to get that performer mode to figure out what that's going to look like from their point of view, they back up and they watch out for that person right there. Let's watch it again. Yep, there it happens. Get into formation and watch out for that person as we back up into the circle. Just like that, we have created pretty much 30 seconds of a musical number. There was a lot of explanation, but you could see just how quickly, within maybe 20-25 minutes, we created this quick concept with animation, with Pro Cubes. We set up this venue that didn't exist. It was all within just a random blank preset you can do anything with. And now we created it and turned it into something. Last but not least, before you go, in case now you've created it, but then someone sends you a set design, somebody sends you the model, the venue, everything is supposed to fit in. You just created all this work. Now you have to go and recreate it, but within the venue that they now completed. That's not okay. So we got to go down here to the venue icon on the bottom left where you adjusted the number line. you will see venue swap. That is right, swapping a venue. When you click this button, here are the venues you put within this project. So within the project menu that we were at previously, where it showed script, floor, music, video, there is a section that says venue. You can import a custom venue. If it's a factory, if it's a warehouse, if it's a street, if it's a football field, doesn't matter. We have the football field right here. I'm going to tap that, hit select. Do I want to swap the venue? Of course I do. I hit it, and just like that, when I zoom in to this very, very big football field, all of a sudden, there is everything I've already created waiting for me. I didn't have to change anything. It's all there at the beginning. I go to the bookmark, I click on opening, and it's showtime right here within Pre-Pro. I didn't have to do anything else, but it's there in the venue that I want now. It can be any venue you want. A preset that we have in there, let's say, ooh, a football field, I don't really know about that. Okay, well, let's swap it out. What do we want it in? How about a medium proscenium? Yeah, let's do a medium proscenium. That sounds fine. Select. Boom. Now you're in the medium proscenium. You will see in the 2D view, it looks a little different. It's almost the same, but in 3D view, we now have this proscenium theater that we are in versus the blank with no walls or anything. We want to see what this looks like in a theater now that they've sent it to us, and we hit play. And here it is. Your creation. Voila! Just like that. Pre-Pro has helped us out, whether it's in a plane, it's in a train, it's on your couch, anywhere. Pre-Pro can be utilized. It is yours for the taking. Your virtual 3D play space, anywhere you want it, anytime, untethered creativity, just for you. Thank you for joining us today. Again, my name is Parker. Everything you saw today in Pre-Pro is Unlocked VR in-app purchase. If you go to the Pre-Pro palette, here in the settings icon, you tap that and you have all these lovely features, including controls, which you can check out. You click in-app purchases, and right here you will get a free 14-day trial with the purchase of Pre-Pro 3D, which includes everything you saw today. 3D mode, everything. Go ahead and click that, get your 14-day free trial. It will unlock everything for you. You will not be limited to just 2 performers or 2 assets. You can import, export, doesn't matter. Unlock it. You won't want to miss it, especially if you liked what you just saw today. Again, my name is Parker. I'm one of the co-creators of Pre-Pro. Thank you so much for joining us today. We will be back next week. Until then, check us out on all social media platforms. Check out our website. If you want, you can check out this QR code right above me, or actually to the left of me now. You can check that out, scan it with your phone or your iPad if you weren't watching us and working alongside of us on your